Join me in prayer over our seniors. Heavenly Father, surround our graduates with your love, grace, and wisdom. Bless them with hope so they move into the future with eager and godly hearts. Help them use the knowledge, skills, and insights gained here for your purpose. Inspire them to believe in the goodness of your word, even when faced with challenges. Grant them the strength that is promised in Joshua 1:9. This is my command. Be strong and courteous. Do not be afraid or discouraged, for the Lord is with you wherever you go. May your grace cover their anxieties and fears so that they may stay encouraged about their future. Please help them look forward to their next step, continuing in their education. Remind them of your word in Proverbs 3:5 and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. Seek his will in all you do, and he will show you which path to take. In your name we pray, amen. Please be seated.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Marine Military Academy, Colonel Christopher S. Dowling, USMCR, retired.
See a lot of happy faces in those first front rows. Good morning. Welcome to the 2025 commencement ceremony at the Marine Military Academy. Greetings to Lieutenant U.S. Coast Guard Captain Logan Medica, class of 1991, our guest of honor and commencement speaker. Faculty, drill instructors, staff, and most importantly, our soon-to-be graduates from the Marine Military Academy. Congratulations to all that you have accomplished in reaching on this special day. Most importantly, we would have to agree on this. To your incredible parents, grandparents, family, friends, sisters, brothers that made this wonderful day possible. None of this would have occurred without them and their support. Let's give a big round of applause for them, please. This year's graduating class has 52 seniors, 2 postgraduates. Among their ranks are several first-generation, soon-to-be college-bound students. The breakdown of this diverse class is 21 students from the state of Texas, 24 represent the 17 states, and 9 foreign students that represent Mexico, Thailand, and Argentina. Without sounding like I'm bragging, and I'm going to brag, this graduating class is unique and extremely special. They've worked hard to achieve. This is represented by the fact, parents, are you listening to this? They've earned over $11 million worth of scholarships. Out of this class, 2 men will be attending the United States Military Academy, West Point. Another 2 will head off to Kings Point, United States Merchant Marine Academy. Another one will head out to United States Naval Academy Foundation Preparatory School. The other, he's on his way to West Point for the United States Military Academy Prep School. If that's not impressive enough, we have 1 student that's earned the Navy Marine Option ROTC competitive scholarship who will be heading to Texas A&M. Another 3 students have earned the United States Army Scholarship, ROTC, and will be heading there. Talk about duty and commitment. 7 young men are enrolled in the Simultaneous Membership Program, a program offered by the United States Army Reserves, National Guard, and the U.S. Army Reserve Officer Training Corps, ROTC. It allows students to participate in both the Guard or the Reserves and their college ROTC program at the same time. In addition, we have a young man. This is a new one for me. He's heading to Oklahoma State University on a bass fishing scholarship for the varsity team. As I told you from the beginning, this is a unique and special class. We have 2 young men that have earned the Boy Scout Eagle badge. We have 6 young men. They can't drive, but they can fly aircraft. They earned their pilot's license. On top of that, they also been certified as drone pilots. Also, we have state double tennis champions. We have golf champions. We got football superstars, track champions. You name it, these young men did it all. So I salute you and compliment you. When you send your son to MMA, you say, I want him to go to college. So without feeling left out, let me share a couple of the schools that your sons will, these graduating class will be going to. One will be going to the University of Texas in the business school. Another student will be going to the University of Texas Engineering School. We have students going to Texas A&M, Texas Christian University. We have students that have been accepted to Purdue, Cornell, Oklahoma State, Florida, University of California, San Diego, Marquette University, Purdue, Norwich, and many other top-notch schools. Now to the graduating students. Today commences an entirely new journey for you that will take you places that you cannot imagine. That I promise you. Look to your left and look to your right. These are your brothers for life. You have endured, you've shared hardships, you succeeded, and you have failed, and provided a sense of accomplishment to yourself and to each other. Some academic classes regularly offered you small pits in your stomach. I wonder which classes those were. You've achieved, ached, sweated on the athletic fields and on the grinder. However, the men in these forefront rows centered have achieved and learned the meaning of grit, commitment, and responsibility. The eagerness I see in your faces motivates and inspires me. I wish you nothing but good luck. God bless you, and stay leatherneck strong.
Good morning, parents. I'm back. This is a poem that was read by Mrs. Rachel Edwards, mother of Noah Edwards, graduating class of 2021. Colonel Dowling has asked that we adopt this poem reading as a graduation ceremony tradition. Letting Go, written by a mom for all moms. You're about to walk across that stage. My heart swells with pride. I watch my son, so happy on this day, and I know life has turned the tide. Am I ready? Is he? Who really holds that key? Life is so full of discoverable, unknowing mystery. What happened to time? I told it to slow down, but it went fast. I couldn't stop the show. What a beautiful movie it has been. The trials, the joys, I know it's not the end. What an honor to be your mom, your first love. I'm humbled in so many ways. I prayed many times to the man up above to protect my boy all of his days. I've been given the gift of motherhood to unwrap and watch you grow. Blossom into my beautiful boy, but now you must go. Whether near or far, wherever you may be, my heart will always hold that key. So as I watch you take that step through the door, I have never loved you more. Go, my son, and be who you are meant to be. I let you go with full liberty, knowing not only that you'll succeed, but change lives with your compassion and loyalty. Love always, Mom.
At this time, I'd like to introduce the 2025 Salutatorian. His name is Private Jeffrey Gi Yu Lin. His parents are Min Hao His mother is Chow Yang Ya. He is a Fox Company cadet. He's been at MMA for 3 years. He's from Fallshire, Texas. He'll be heading to the University of Texas Combs Business School next year. He participated in DECA, Engineering Club, Summer Scholastics and Logistics Internship, Business Research Paper, Property Management, Business Startup, Restaurant Management. He's accumulated over 73 hours of community service, and he's a distinguished diploma candidate. I introduce our salutatorian, Mr. Lin.
Good morning, distinguished faculty, proud parents, beloved friends, and above all, the graduating class of 2025. It is a profound honor to stand before you today as your salutatorian. As I look across a sea of familiar faces, friends, classmates, and companions who walked alongside me through trials and triumph of our academic journey, I am filled with both pride and humility. Today marks as a turning point, a transition, a punctuation in the story we've been writing for years. And though we often see graduation as an ending, let us choose instead to see it as a beginning, a launch into uncharted skies powered by the knowledge, resilience, and passion we have gathered here. But before we take off, let us pause. Let us take a moment to reflect and recognize those without whom this fight would never have left the ground, our teachers. To our teachers, your impact is immeasurable. You have not simply taught us equations, dates, and grammar rules. You have taught us to question, to reason, and to explore. You show us that intelligence is not just about answers, but about curiosity. You challenged us when we slacked, guided us when we strayed, and believed in us, often before we believed in ourselves. To the math teachers, who showed us that logic can be beautiful. To the English teachers, who taught us that our voices matter and our words have weight. To the science teachers, who sparked our wonder and taught us to think beyond what we could see. To the history teachers who reminded us that we are part of a greater narrative and that we have the power to shape the future. And to every coach, counselor, librarian, and staff member who made our school feel like home, thank you. Your devotion, though not always praised, have changed lives, and has changed our lives. To our families and guardians, thank you for being our constant, for being our safe harbor in the storm. Your sacrifice has built the foundation upon which we stand. And now, my fellow graduates, what an extraordinary moment this is. We have grown not only in age, in wisdom, courage, and character. We have weathered challenges that tested our spirits, long nights of study, unexpected setbacks, and the pressure to be perfect, the uncertainty of the future. But we did not give up. We persevered, we evolved. And now we step forward, not as the same students who entered these walls years ago, but as individuals who are braver, stronger, and more determined. Let us not forget we are future's architects. The world beyond these walls is waiting, not for people who merely adapt, but for those who transform, for those who ask, what if, and dare to chase the answer, for those who lead with both mind and heart, for those who rise not only for themselves, but for others. Let us never be passive witnesses to change. We must be its catalysts. Let us write new chapters, not with hesitation, but with purpose. And let us carry lessons of this school not as burdens of the past, but as blueprints for building a brighter tomorrow. So yes, today we celebrate, but tomorrow we continue with our heads high, our hearts open, and our eyes set on the horizon yet unseen. Congratulations, class of 2025. The world is waiting for you, and I, for one, cannot wait to see what we become. Thank you.
This time I'm going to introduce our valedictorian, Cadet Company Commander Chun Chang Yu, his parents, Tony Yu, his mother, Lily Wong. He's from Echo Company. Spent 5 years at the Marine Military Academy. His hometown is San Jose, California. His quality points in GPA, 216, and has an impressive 4.5 GPA. He will be heading to the University of Texas for their engineering school and will be studying mechanical engineering. He's been a letterman 5 years in tennis, captain of the robotics club, 3 years president of the engineering club, for 3 years captain of the tennis club, academic bowl captain 2 years, math team captain 2 years, National Honor Society 3 years, National Honor Society parliamentary 1 year. He has 75.5 community hours, and he too is a distinguished diploma graduate. May I introduce Mr. Yu.
Good morning, parents, teachers, DIs, and fellow seniors. I am Chun Chen Yu, class of 2025, Valedictorian. But you can call me Ryan. I'll be going to UT Austin next year as a mechanical engineering major. I know most of you can't wait to graduate, so I'll keep my speech short and straightforward. As a fifth-year cadet and one of the 6 plank coders, I have waited a long time for this moment to arrive. MMA has been my home away from home since I was 12. One thing I've learned over the years is persistency, doing something despite the difficulties. While other students outside of MMA were choosing what to wear to school, I was putting on MMA uniform every day. While some were blasting music in their cars on the way home, I was calling cadence on the way to chow. There were no late parties, no waking up late, and definitely no gaming every night. Some of you may have been against enrolling in MMA, and at times, you probably thought all the military activities were pointless and a waste of time. But here's the thing, that's not completely true. There is so much we can complain about MMA, but I want to focus on what this academy has done for me, and for so many ahead of us, and for those that will come after us. Like most of you, I hate waking up early. Personally, as a night owl, I thrive at night and slump in the morning. Yet every morning at 6 a.m., we dragged ourselves out of bed, marched to chow, cleaned our rooms, and stood at attention, even when we didn't feel like it. Whether we realize it or not, MMA has shaped us. This school has put us ahead of our peers in ways we often don't even think about. One of the hardest things about MMA wasn't just the early mornings or the inspections. It was learning how to manage our times when we had barely any of it to ourselves. Between formation, class, mandatory study halls, and weekend duties, there was always something going on. If something went awry, whether it was a surprise room inspection or someone messing up the platoon, it affected all of us. At times, it felt like we had no control. But in that structure, we were forced to adapt. We learned how to plan, how to use every free minute we got, and how to prioritize what really matters. That kind of time management isn't just a school skill, it's a life skill. And believe it or not, it came from the rigid, demanding schedule here in MMA. Seniors, whether you realize it or not, every one of you picked up some leadership skill here. Whether you're leading others or just trying to survive under somebody else's command. Let's be honest, half the time, leadership at MMA felt more like babysitting. You have to chase down cadets who forgot their covers, remind them for the 10th time to clean their rooms, or somehow keep the peace between 2 guys arguing about who touched whose laundry. And somehow, you're still expected to keep your own room spotless, your uniform perfect, and your grades up. It wasn't glamorous, but that's where the real lessons were. It taught us how to stay calm when things did get chaotic, how to lead by example instead of just barking orders, and how to hold people accountable without losing our minds. We learned to balance discipline with empathy, authority with patience, and we did all this while being constantly watched, graded, and corrected. This kind of experience, being responsible for others, did not come easy. But this experience is something few high schoolers ever faced. Here, it's just another Tuesday. And as frustrating as it may be at times, these moments shaped who we are. They taught us that leadership isn't about rank. It's about showing up, stepping up, and sticking with it, even when no one is clapping for you. Leadership is about, my bad, my apologies. It's always ensuring that things are left in orders and that no one and nothing is left behind. Success is different for everyone, but for me, it's mastering what I've learned here, prioritizing the most important things and leaving a meaningful impact on at least one person. As leaders, much is given to us, and much more is expected to be poured into others. If you can't be trusted with the little things, how can you be trusted with the big things when it truly matters? In closing, I want to leave you with this. What can you do today to help someone? Our actions today have a direct impact on the outcome of our future. Success isn't just about what you accomplish. It's about how you lift others while you're climbing. Discipline keeps us focused, ambition drives us forward, and true leadership means putting others before ourselves. If we lead with purpose, act with integrity, and stay grounded in service, then not only will we succeed, but we will help others succeed too. That's the kind of legacy we're striving for. Thank you.
At this time, I'd like to introduce our commencement speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest of honor today is Captain Michael Logan Medica, United States Coast Guard. He's a 1991 graduate of the Marine Military Academy. He was the #1 inaugural company commander for Fox Company and the recipient of the General Vernon E. McGee Award. He serves on active duty with the United States Coast Guard and has held command at sea and ashore. He spent the last half of his 28 years in the National Intelligence Assignment and currently serves as the Director of Persistent Cyber Training and Environment at the U.S. Cyber Command. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a round of applause for Captain Medica.
Well, thank you. Good morning to the class of 2025. How are we doing? Your day has arrived. I'm honored to be here, and I want to say thanks to Colonel Dowling for the introduction and allowing me to speak to the 59th graduating class of the Marine Military Academy. My speech may be a bit boring, about 60 minutes in length, because quite frankly, the Valedictorian, the Salutatorian, and also the President has kind of echoed some of the themes you're going to hear from me about today. To the parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, brothers, and sisters, welcome. Bienvenidos a todos. Today is a remarkable event. You should be very proud of what your cadet has accomplished, and I expect great things to come. Thanks for supporting your cadet at the Marine Military Academy. To the faculty and the staff, thank you for investing in these young men. You instilled values, a sense of purpose, and conviction. How about a round of applause for MMA's faculty and staff on a job well done? Class of 2025, I recognize that I stand between you and receiving your diploma, so my comments will be brief, not 60 minutes. In short, you're going to toss your hats in the air and graduate from the Marine Military Academy. Your name will be memorialized. The Academy will forever be a part of your life. Please do not forget where you came from. Do not forget where you came from. It's important that you recognize the opportunity you have before you. In a few short hours, you're going to leave this institution and it will be in the past. This might sound harsh, but the accolades you earned today, the awards, the leadership positions you competed for and were selected for matter today. As each day goes on, they will matter less and less. What does matter is what you did to earn those awards and accolades. While you may not realize it today, the Marine Military Academy has provided you with a gift. That gift is up here, and it's here in your hearts. That gift is a toolbox full of leadership, character, and sense of mission. Let's explore that for a moment. If I only reach a few of the 52 graduates and the 2 postgraduates that we have, then my time is not spent in vain. Your leadership toolbox includes the Marine Corps' core values of honor, courage, and commitment. For honor, it's your values, your character, your reputation, and above all, your integrity. It means doing the right thing when no one else is watching. In doing so, you are leading yourself, honoring your character, building your reputation, and defining who you are as a man. Courage. Have the courage to step up and lead. Whether that's a club you join, volunteer work, or what have you. Courage is the attitude of yes, I can. It can also mean being self-aware and having the courage to recognize when you are challenged, whether in academics, a situation, or in nautical terms, uncharted waters. Have the courage to say, I don't have the skills for this mission, but I'm willing to learn. So put me in, coach. I'll do my best. you are equipped with leadership skills, and you will get the mission done. Commitment. It's fairly simple. Finish what you start. You're heading off to college. Don't talk about what you're going to do. Do it. Sounds easy, right? It's not. If you don't think you can do it, whatever the mission, then don't commit. If you say you're going to do X, then lead and follow up and follow through on what you said you were going to do. Do that, and you are showing you are committed to the cause, task, purpose, and mission. Honor, courage, and commitment are the cardinal points on a compass to help navigate your way to success. It's a part of your toolbox. Let's spend a moment on what you learned as a leader. We need leaders and followers in life. Both are essential to any team. The leader sets the tone and the pace. He delegates tasks. The team, the followers, they move out and work together to execute on the plan and the initiatives. They lead themselves on what is asked or what their expected contributions are. The chief executive officer of a firm can't be successful without his team of followers. In my profession, leader or follower, leadership starts with you. That means showing up on time, being presentable. That's a fancy way of saying being squared away in your uniform, being presentable in the civilian clothes you choose to wear, being responsible, making your act, being prepared for the situation, and making positive contributions to the endeavors you undertake. Leadership means measuring up to what is asked of you, what's expected of you, and the level of effort you put into the opportunity before you. Yesterday, I saw leadership on display at the parade field. We saw it in the pass and review, and we saw it in the band. I'm going to take a moment just to kind of recognize the members of the band. As I understand it, a few years back, the band was at risk of potentially going away. Their performance yesterday was amazing. The members of the band led themselves first by learning how to read notes and how to master their instruments. Do you know how hard that is? I had to learn Spanish at the age of 43 before I went on to an assignment. It is not easy. Then the assembled men worked as a team, led by the bandmaster. As a former football coach at Notre Dame once said, success is when each is committed to the success of others. That was on display yesterday. That's leadership in character and action. No matter what cadet rank you hold, you led yourself first to get to where you are. You were taught the Marine Corps' 11 leadership traits. I won't go through them all, but just a few and what it means for you as you navigate life. Know yourself. Seek self-improvement. I would argue it means being self-aware of how you act, how you present yourself, what you say, and who's around you. It's how you shape your character, and your character and the Marine Military Academy go together. You were taught to seek responsibility and take responsibility for your actions. We already touched on that a bit. Owning your actions is parallel to leading yourself. Identify problems and propose the solutions. Instead of just pointing out what's wrong, think about how you can be a part of making it right. Believe me, team, there is nothing worse than someone in your office, your unit, your class that complains about the situation but never offers any solutions or volunteers to make it better. Take charge of your professional development. That involves actively seeking knowledge, learning new skills, and working towards your personal and professional goals. As I already mentioned today, you are starting a journey of lifelong learning. Some of you in the audience are going to work on certifications such as Certified Information System Security Professional, Project Management Professional, Professional Engineer, or Certified Financial Planner. You see the theme here, men. Learning doesn't stop today. It's just the beginning. Lastly, focus on building relationships. Being responsible in your interaction builds trust and respect. People are more likely to rely on and connect with someone who is dependable and accountable. In the sales world, people buy from people. It's also your network that's going to help you out when you're in trouble. Let me wrap up with some struggles that I had after departing MMA. I'll share with you some of my vulnerabilities. You know where it came from and what I did at MMA. Doesn't matter now. It's not important. I failed to follow through on what MMA taught me and how to apply the tools that we just spoke about. My first year of college, I had a 1.3 GPA, and I was on academic probation. I did not lead myself, often missing class assignments and not taking things seriously. I let my character slip. All those accolades that I earned, I failed to recognize how I earned them and what that took. I chose to ignore the core values I was taught. My attitude needed adjustment. I let my family and my peers down. I let this institution down. So what did I do? Well, after my freshman year, I did some soul searching and reflected back to who I was at MMA. I looked myself in the mirror, threw my shoulders back, feet at a 45-degree angle, and I found the fortitude to press on. What did it take to be that Foxtrot Company commander, to win that General Vernon E. McGee Award? Put on my boots, fix my military bearing. That's attitude adjustment when you're in the civilian world, by the way. Applied the tools I was gifted by MMA. That's right, the same tools you have. Spent the next 3 years owning up to my mistakes and busting my hump to graduate on time with a 2.97 GPA. You can do the math on that, 1.3, that's almost a 3.0. It's a lot, believe me. I don't wish that on anybody. Reflecting back on the leadership training I had, I was able to reach into the leadership toolbox that MMA instilled, own the situation, and turn it around. Identified the problem and set a plan in motion to succeed. You see, men, there's no break in life. I had the opportunity to talk to some of you, and a few mentioned taking a break from all this after today. And as an intel analyst, I always reflect. Words are important. And I'm thinking, take a break from what? It's okay to sit on the beach and relax by the poolside, but there's no break in life. It gets harder going forward, but you have the resiliency, the character, and the drive to be successful. Reach into that toolbox and apply yourself. You have what it takes. So how did I end up in the Coast Guard? After I graduated, I worked for the world's largest private corporation, Cargill Incorporated. I then later moved into the financial services industry. But something was missing in my life, for me anyway. It was the brotherhood of service to our nation, the camaraderie, the experiences, and the everlasting friendships that military service provides. It was what I enjoyed most about MMA, looking to your right, to your left, and the things that you guys went through. Men, when you leave this campus today, when you walk out those doors, you need to decide, who are you going to be? How are you going to apply the tools in your leadership toolbox? What type of man are you going to be? You learned how to lead, how to follow, honor, courage, commitment, and how to face adversity with character and tackle the challenge. Hopefully today, before you walk out that door, you'll thank your teachers, your drill instructors, staff, faculty, and mentors for helping shape who you are. Don't waste the opportunity. Congratulations, men, on your graduation. Be proud of what you accomplished. Your awards, class standing, everything you achieved here at MMA. It matters today. Today is your beginning on a long journey. I congratulate you for your achievements and look forward to hearing about your future and bringing your success back to the Marine Military Academy. God bless, and God bless America. Thank you.
Before I hand it over to Dr. Butler, again, 2025, class of 2025, congratulations. Thank the parents, tell the loved ones, thank you for this opportunity, and I look forward to what you're going to do next. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, by the power vested in me by the Southern Association of Independent Schools and our Board of Trustees, I hereby certify that all requirements for diplomas issued today have been met. It's my pleasure to present the Marine Military Academy graduating class of 2025.
Valedictorian, Chun Cheng Yu. Salutatorian, Jeffrey Z. Yu Lin. Javier Raúl Álvarez. Leandro Ampudia Viz. Diego Adolfo Araneda. Octavio Baeza Terrazas. Alexandre Ryan Benet. Landon Isaiah Bogar. Andrew Wayne Bonning. Juan Pablo Burs Orduno. Aditya Anil Bulchandani. Alberto Carvajal Rodríguez. Carlos Cárdenas Cepeda. Damon John Connor. Aaron Joseph Davis. John Michael Davis. Alexis Bernard Albert Marie Guillaume de la Jardière. Alexis Andres Duffy. Brock Michael Fagan. Juan Fernando Flores Lugo. Scott Alexander Ford. Francisco Franco Castillo. Sebastián Ragnar Helman Melgucio. Colton Pierce Henry. Víctor Manuel Hernández. Tenzin Wango Hurtado. Torin Ellick Nackstedt. Peter Silas Komanak. Gage Amel Krahulik. Marv Arlen LaRose. Ryan Sean Lay. Arturo Maciel Lozano. Mario Malcolm. Patrick William McBrien. Jason McKendall Paul. Wesley Cooper Paulson. Felipe Paz. Samuel Tyler Rickner. Philip Evan Rogers. Justin Alexander Rozum. Michael Agan Ruff II. Cash Barrows Sanford. Isaac Raheem Sharp. Alexander Witt Sprague. Murphy Pierce Spurgeon. Trevor Nathaniel Taylor. Vin Chi Fan Tram. Dante Alexander Trevino. Vihar Upalapati. Magnus Levy Velez. Brian McEwen Wendell. Our 2025 postgraduates are Mario Humberto Guerra. Monk Odie Lavadorge.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing. Please stand for the retirement of colors, departure of the official party, and then the Marine hymn. Please make room for the colors.
2025 will conclude the graduation exercises with the traditional hat toss.
I want to leave you off with one quote that has stayed with me until my freshman year at MMA. It goes like this. The magic you are looking for is in the work you are avoiding. Stay consistent and keep winning, okay? Sir. Here we go, one last time. Seniors on me, seniors on 3. 1, 2, 3, seniors!